afternoon or good evening, wherever you are on the planet. Thank you so much for being here. Look at all the comments already. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. I just got all excited then. I always do get excited, especially on my lives where it's interactive. So today I've got already so many questions on board. Please ask your questions away. Please, if you want private email readings, email me. So I'm going to put my email in right first up this morning, guys. It is linda@lindaray.info. And if you go into the description of this video, there's all the links there. Did I spell that right? Because it's still early for me. Listen, I've still got my morning husky voice going. Oh, my God. So we're here. Let's just get through some of these already. Corrine, thank you. Bonsoir to you too. Corrine, thank you so much for being here. Suze McCarthy, good morning. Late afternoon for you. Yeah, it's good morning for me. Telma De Silva, my goodness, I really want to be part of this conversation, but I'm getting so sleepy. Please stay awake in Switzerland, okay? I've got a lot of development today. I've got a lot of information about what is coming. Did you all hear about the Chinese balloon? Funny, interesting messages I've been getting. It isn't all what it appears, guys. Do you honestly believe? Come on, let's just go there while I'm doing this. Do you honestly believe that China, with all their technology, would send up a balloon to spy on another country? A balloon. Are you serious? A balloon. Don't believe what you're seeing in the news, okay? All right, just be aware. As I learned in 2001, there is lots of lies and deceit in the media all about now. We've got to be very discerning. We've got to use our critical thinking, our self-programmable algorithms in our head that tell us right from wrong. And this situation with that balloon, there is so much things there just don't add up. Okay, all righty. So I know I'm early, but I was wondering what your opinion is on the subject. I work in the medical field, but never get my vaccine, which everybody in my field requires. What do I do? Do I finish school? Okay, I'm going to touch on this, guys, because, everyone's now talking about these things that go in the arm, okay? And I've got to be very, very careful because algorithms, there's so many algorithms out there. One word can trigger my whole channel to get a review and I get shut down. So I've got to be very, very careful what I say, okay? But in saying that, my guide, her, lady, whatever you want to call her, how are you? Good morning. She has always told me, do not get it. And I've got to go back to the prophecy that I got told in 2001 from my great-great-great-grandmother. She said to me these words. She said, do not take the cure, for the cure is the sickness. And those who take the cure will have surmountable sicknesses within their existence. That's virtually verbatim of what I got told. We look at now 9 pages of different things that people are getting wrong with them. 9, and it's like 4 columns per page, by the way, because I've read that F company, we all know F, right? That PF company, they have come out with 9 pages, and I've seen it. It's out there if you Google it, okay? All the side effects. And look at how many people now are getting all those side effects. It is horrendous. It is scary. But it is through that fear that they will win this. So we cannot fear. We cannot get scared. All we have to do is raise our vibration up and start believing they are helping us. Now, I've done a lot of videos over the years. Angels will never appear on the lawn of the White House, spread their wings and say, I'm here to save you all. They do not do that. but they use people. They give us thoughts. They give us thoughts where we do their work for them. Now, I don't like show ponying myself. I don't like doing it, but I've got to sometimes. And today she's saying, do this, Lynda. The other day I was sitting at home and I heard, go to the news agency. And I was thinking, why do I need to go to the news agency for? I do not need to go to the news agency today. Go to the news agency. This is what she was saying to me. So they make us do their work. So what happened is I decided to go up to the news agency. Now, the lady at the news agency, she doesn't know me. But as soon as I walked in, because it was about 45 minutes, an hour, probably an hour and a half actually thinking about it, because I kept just getting these messages, go to the news agency. So I went into the news agency, and as soon as I walked in, I took my daughter with me in the car. I said, Tash, for some reason I've got to go to the news agency today. I'm getting told to go to the news agency. So as soon as I walked in, the lady ran up to me, thank God you're here. And I'm like, but you don't know me. You don't know who I am. She said, thank God you're here. I've got a bird. It's injured. I need someone there to help me. Now, pause. I was getting that messages for about an hour and a half to go to the news agency. And as I'm trying to round up this bird, because it had an injured wing, and it decided to walk under the fridge. You know those huge commercial fridges that people have in their shops, and they've got like 6 doors on them? You get them in 7-Elevens and stuff with all your drinks. The bird went under there. So now we're moving the fridges. And she said, this bird's been in the shop for an hour and a half. What? That's how long I've been getting these messages for. And then I was thinking, but hasn't other people come into the news agency in that hour and a half that she would have been trying to get? So why did she run up to me as I walked in? You know, I say I'm just a normal person. Look at my tuck-shop arms. Come on. I'm nothing special. So why did she run up to me and say, thank God you're here? Because they make us do their work. So not only, because I used to work with Steve Irwin, not only did I catch the bird, and I don't usually show my photos of my daughter, but here's my daughter holding the bird in the box. Here's the bird in the towel. So you can see the bird. Here he is again, the little birdie. It's called a lorikeet, and they squawk really loud. You don't want to know the noise. But then I took it to a friend's place who looks after birds. So we put it in a cage. And then I got some more photos of this little guy in the cage. Just so, here he is. There he is, squawking his head off to where he'd be safe. And look, so you can see the guy has heaps of birds. He looks up. Oops. Oh, I nearly showed you a photo, then I didn't. Don't like advertising. Okay. Anyway, so there is what happened to me this week. So angels don't come down on the lawn and say, ta-da, here I am. They make us do their work by giving us our messages that we choose the mission. You know, this is like Mission Impossible. Here's your mission if you choose to accept it. This message will self-destruct in 5 seconds. Boom, boom, boom. So I went up to the news agency. How long? Now, this is the synchronicity of this. How long was this planned for? They knew that I was going to be available to go to the news agency. Because funny thing, I've done, I'll be honest, this week I've done, in 3 weeks, I'm going to be honest with you guys, in 3 weeks I've done, so that's 21 days. In 21 days, I've done over 30 90-minute Zoom readings. Some days I'm doing 3 of those a day. And in 21 days, I've done over 120 email readings. Every single reading I do, I put my heart and soul into it. So it is very draining. But how did she know that I was going to be offline that time to go and save that bird? How did she know that I was going to have a friend who looked after birds? We don't have to work this out. But if we just turn to them and say, you know what, I'm looking for a job, give me a job to do, they do not discriminate the size or the importance of the work we do. It's not like we're going to stand up and save the world. But as Morgan Freeman said in that lovely movie with Steve Carell, where he turns into Noah, Bruce Almighty, if you've seen the movie Bruce Almighty, Morgan Freeman looks at the guy turning into Noah and he says, we change the world one step at a time. He says something like that. A small act can make such a good ripple. And the life of a bird is just as important as the life of a human at the end of the day. And they knew how much I understood that. And they knew that if there was going to be anyone out there who could catch a wild, squawking, biting bird, oh yeah, it bit me good. I've still got marks on my fingers where this little sucker was biting into me with its bloody beak that can crack into a coconut. But I knew it was thankful because I went and saw my mate a couple of days ago and he said the bird got better and he let it out and it flew away. So there you go. We helped it. Did I help it or did we help it? Because ultimately I don't do work for me. I do work on their behalf and they know this stuff. And they say, Lynda, do you want another job today? Because here's your mission if you wish to accept it. I didn't have to go to the news agency that day. I could have said, stuff off, I'm tired, I'm going to bed. I've done all this work for people all over the planet. I need a day off. So what did the universe afford me yesterday? Friend rang me and said, come on, Lynda, get in the car. We're going out for the day. So I just had a beautiful day with my friend yesterday, and I actually took my first day off in 3 weeks. So there was my reward yesterday for doing the great work that I do for them. That's how humbled I am. Huh. Now I understand why I had to tell you that story. Because this is the time where we all need to be humbled. This is the time now to say, stuff what's going on in my life, my bills, my stresses, those moments that make us like, ooh. Just sit there and think for a moment. Am I the only one on the planet going through this? As I've just said, in 21 days, I've done about 200 readings. Do the math there. I'm doing about 10 readings a day at this point. Ask yourself why. Because I know the answer is because everyone, everywhere, is so confused. We're all frustrated. We're all not knowing where to go tomorrow. So I want to share a message about what I did just yesterday. The day before yesterday, because yesterday was my day off. First day in 3 weeks. I was talking to a lovely lady who lives in America. She said, Lynda, I've got no path. I don't know what to do. And I said, darling, it's only when we step on that precipice of change, where we have no other option but to change, that's when we must trust the universe and ask them with our most highest intention of our heart, please look after me. Please allow me to be a benefit to others. Because my life is never about me. It's always been about what I can do for others. That's probably why, because I was insecure. I was gullible, and I didn't have the wisdom and the knowledge on how to say the right words to people back then when I was a child, and how to help them move forward. So, but now I am, and here we are. And I'm grateful, so grateful that it's we are here today. So let's get into today, right? If you've received a message from me that says, here's my prophecy about what's going on in the next few years. Okay, I've told a few people this week to go out and get yourself a K2 meter. So here's my K2 meter. These are on eBay. And see, it's got K2, right? It's a K2 meter. They're on eBay and they're about $35. And what happens is you press this big button and it turns on. See how it just turned on? And then as it goes up and down, you really, really, really do not want to be anywhere where it's red. Look what happens. My new phone, so thank you guys who helped me support my bills. Look what it does when I put my phone next to it. Oh, my God, now it's near my head. And you wonder why I had a brain tumor 3 years ago. Who talks to their phone like that when you're on the phone? Don't do it. I always put my phone on speakerphone because look what this is doing. Now, hang on, I'll just take my phone over. I'll put my phone over here near my crystals, right? Look, it's not my computer. And it's not me that's doing it. It's not my microphone. It's certainly not my mouse. It's my phone. You really, 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 really do not want to be when it goes in the red. But these are great for taking around and seeing if there's ghosts anywhere. But wait, there's more. Because these little guys have another. Are you ready? They have another thing that they do. Okay, I'm just going to turn him off. Turn off. See, it's easy. You just turn it on and off here. It takes a 9-volt battery. You unscrew it, which you need you need a screwdriver. Okay, I'm not a techie person. So I'm just going to go over to here. I'm onto Google right now, and I want to prove this because I haven't had the chance to prove this. Right? Does a K2 meter detect radio activity? Oh. So testing the K2 meter. Now, this is from a website called web.randy.org, September 24, 2014. It can detect extremely low frequencies. Sorry. That's does EMF reader measure radiation? Most meters measure the electroradiation flux density, which is a DC field, or the change in the electromagnetic field over time, essentially the same as a radio antenna, but with quite different detection characteristics. So how do you test EMF radiation? You can check your EMF levels in your home with an EMF reader. And guess what this guy is? So if you've been listening to me, now that was straight from Google. If you do a Google, does a K2 meter detect radiation? There's the sites that I was just reading from, and I should have quoted them. So does the K2 meter that we all use for ghosts, if you watch Ghost Adventures with Zach Bagan, he uses these, and when it goes off, it means that there's a ghost around. But it doesn't necessarily mean it's a ghost. It means that there's an influx in the EMF, electromagnetic frequency. So that's why whenever you're going ghost hunting, see how it just turns itself on? Whenever you go ghost hunting, don't have your phone in your back pocket because it's going to set off your meters, okay? But, how many times has nuclear or radiation or power plants of those kinds been mentioned in the media in the last couple of days? Are you seeing it? So if you do want to put a little peace of mind out there to yourself, invest the $35 in one of these, okay? All right. So they're on eBay. They're about $20, worth it. Now, when you do get it, if you really want to shock yourself, put this on near your microwave. Do you know that a certain president of a certain Russian country, he's now banned microwave ovens in all his homes in his country because they emit so much radiation out of them? So when you buy one of these, put this near your microwave when it's off. So then you see no bars. When you turn it on, you're going to shock yourself because we should never stand in the red, okay? Because that means extreme radiation. What does radiation do to our body? It affects our telomeres, which are our cellular network that creates new growth. So it can create new deformalities and sicknesses to come into our life. It can also, radiation, it gives us tumors, cancers, and leukemias. So $35 investment, guys. Go get one. So there's enough on that today. So I wanted to share that because a few people this week have said, how do we know if there's radiation around? $35. You'll know if you've got radiation around. I use it in my house. I do sweeps. So I go near my microwave. My electricity box outside the house, wherever all my electricity goes into, don't ever, ever, ever sleep with your head near that because that's giving you tumors while you're asleep. So I hear, okay, because it's not verified, maybe. All right, so let's just go through some of these comments that I've got. Okay, Michelle, hey, does anyone know if this is Eastern Standard Time? Well, darling, I'm in Brisbane, Australia, and it's now 9:23 a.m. All right, I know I'm early, but I was wondering what your opinion is on the subject. I worked in the medical field, but never got my vaccine. Thankfully, you didn't. Okay? So there you go, Selmania92. I hope that that's answered your question. Okay, Michelle Powell, does anyone know if this, oh yeah, Amy Starr, thank you. Okay, so here we go. Jojo, hi Lynda, I give you permission to contact my spirit guide. Joe, I only do that privately, and I need a picture of you so I can connect. Please email me, anyone who wants me to connect with their spirit guides. You know, I love that I now have this ability. They gave it to me because they knew that I'd use it for their own righteousness. I don't use it for my own ulterior motive. So if you do want me to see your spirit guide, I've actually just done a few readings this morning. As I said, I'm doing over 20 or 30 readings per day at this point. It does get draining, but I love what I do, and they are appreciating the work that I do. So if you want to email me, just say, I give you consent because I need your consent to connect with the spirit guide because it's not mine. It's your person, your guide. And also I like a photo so I can tell you what I see, okay? And that's the only readings I'm doing at this point. I am not doing any more email readings, guys, because I'm getting too inundated. I've got so many projects here that I'm trying to do. They want me to start my next book because I've still got about 5 or 6 books that they want me to write. So I need to spend the time in getting into those. You know, right now I'm getting online about 6:30 in the morning, and some nights I'm still doing emails at 10:30 at night. So please be aware, you know, that is 16-hour days I'm doing at this point. I do it out of the goodness of my own heart. I don't get paid. I don't have products or services that I say you must pay here unless you buy my books off Lulu, Amazon, etc. So if you do want copies of any of my books, please email me. And I've got 4 books. And if you do want copies of those, email me and say, hey, can I grab your books? And I reply, they are a gift. However, if you wish to give me some money towards my bills, please click out at checkout here at PayPal, okay? Because I do everything I do now is free. I do not expect payment. I only accept if people wish to help me pay my bills because I know how financially unstable the whole world is. And I don't ever want to be one of these people who says you only get 10 minutes with me if you pay first. I'm not going to be that person. So I hope and pray that you appreciate that about me, because I'm doing their work for them. Okay? Not doing it for my own benefit. Please believe me, 200 readings in 3 weeks, 21 days. That's like 10 readings a day I'm up to, because everybody needs me, and I'm so grateful that I'm here. Okay, Dune, hi. Amy Starr is, hey. Hey. James Cole, thank you so much for being here today, James. Questions, morning, afternoon, and evening, one and all. Okay, thank you. I'm watching, says Electric Stuff and Games. Thank you for being here. Okay, I have a question. Can you please ask about future relationships this year? Larissa, I don't actually like talking about future relationships. And here's something for us all to learn today. The reason why I don't like saying, go to this bar, you're looking for a man in a bright red shirt, and his name is Fred. I don't like giving out that information, even if I see that information. I don't like saying that, because that's us assuming that you're to have a relationship with Fred, whereby it may mean that I'm getting that connection from Fred because it's his cousin who comes in 10 minutes later that you're supposed to be with. So you go to the bar and you're looking for this guy, and his name is Fred, and he's in a white shirt, the red shirt, and you see him at the bar, and you go up to him, oh, hi, Fred, I'm so gorgeous, I'm loving you. Then his cousin comes up, and you just go, oh, no, don't go away, because I'm here with Fred tonight. See what I'm talking about? So I get a connection, and then it could spike off and do more connections. So I don't like giving details, but, the one thing that I would say is go to that bar, you've got a chance of meeting somebody. So see how I do it? As for you, will you find someone this year? Of course you'll find someone this year. I love my computer mouse. We have a great relationship. I love my pen. Oh, here you go. I love the spoon that's in my cup right now, because it stirs my tea and it helps me stay healthy. So we look at relationships, not just physical partners, but we attract in that partner when we are loving everything. Okay? So if you do want a partner this year, start loving, because then you attract in those who are also seeking love. Okay? And I hope that helps you there. Okay. Hello, Lynda, says Krista M, and also Lighten the World. And Erin, thank you so much for being here. Hi, Lynda. You forgot the HHH on the end, James. Lynda. What a world, what a world. I'm sorry. One night last week, I was actually watching Spaceballs. Mel Brooks. I love Spaceballs. 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 I love that movie. Okay. Lynda. What a world, what a world. Okay. Okay. When do you see my disclosure happen? When do you see disclosure? Oh, sorry, not your disclosure. When do I see disclosure happen? I honestly do not think we are ever going to wake up and they say, aliens are here. That's not going to happen, okay? Lighten the wood, okay? That's not going to happen, because they're already here. If you look at any ancient pyramid, structure, painting, look at that lead light window from that church in England or wherever it is, I don't know, Italy, wherever, France. It's from 1400s, and you can clearly see the alien in his little spaceship in the sky, and there's someone on the mountain and he's pointing at it. What's that? And that was from like 600 years ago. So they're already here, okay? They're already here. They're already, and, I firmly believe they're actually in control. And, they're finding these humans, and I don't want to say names, but we all know the human names, right? The ones in the top bit of the pyramid. They've all been compromised because they're getting promised, if you do this, we'll give you this. And look how rich they've all gotten since they were doing it. So they've been compromised. And that's where we've got to remember here. We all have a life path. We all have life lessons. And at the end of the day, we only stand and we only judge ourselves for what we've done to others. And that's why my purpose of this channel is to teach us now how to get through all those grudges, regrets, issues that we've got. Start healing and forgiving now. So when we do go and do our life review, because we all go through it, like my picture, standing there in front of the big three, I did not have to judge why Hitler hurt people. I had to judge why I allowed myself to get affected by what he did. Okay? That's the big thing about our life review. We only judge how we feel and the actions that we do. And I want everybody to go there and do that life review, only going through great, extremely good memories. Imagine me now standing in front of the big three doing my life review the next time I'm there, and that little bird is there, and I feel that gratitude of when he gets healed and flies away. That right there is what I teach, okay? So I hope that helps. Vicky Light, thank you. Good morning, my lady. Thank you. Okay, so I think I'm caught up. When do you see disclosure? I'm so happy to be here. Hi, can you see me get a book contract soon? A book contract? I'm actually not seeing it, Dune, because you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. Look out for other areas where they are actually not asking for submissions. I don't know if that helps. You want somewhere where they just take it. Or there's always Lulu and Booktopia and Amazon like I use as well, okay? The problem with what people are doing now when they're writing books, they want someone to print it, publish it, promote, advertise, market, and sell 10 million copies. We have to now do those hard yards ourselves when we're doing books. I've put mine on Lulu, which goes out to about 15 other sites like Amazon, Booktopia, and other places. But ultimately, I much prefer to just give it away for free because I get so rewarded in other ways where things just come to me, okay? Things just come to me out of the universal energies, okay? Alrighty, so I hope that helps. Okay, Dune. Okay, hello, good morning, everyone else in here. Hello, I was wondering if there is something you see me working as a job, and is it alone as my own business? SS Phoebe. Is she getting her own job? No. Okay. It's not the time to start your own business, darling. Okay. Or with someone else. I love so many things and I can't decide. So that's where you make a list. This is what I'm getting told for you, SS Vivi. Make a list. Don't number the list like 1, I'll go into accounting, 2, I'll be an architect, 3, I want to go into banking. Don't label it with numbers because number 1's always our first priority. So what I would be just suggesting to you is to write all the different options that you've got on a piece of paper. And then as you think about 1, rate it out of 10. How much would I really, 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 really want to be doing that job? And then you rate it. Go to your second one and say, okay, now I'm living that one. What am I doing in that job? How would I be surviving doing that every single day? Would I like it? So you rate it. Do the next one, okay? Because then you can get that confirmation of what you are passionate about. Always do what you're passionate about. Okay. All right. Pardon me. Francois Dejean. Hi, I'm Francois from Paris, France, and I'm happy to be with you. I nearly said Guten Tag because I speak German myself. So sorry, mon ami. I know mon ami. So there you go. There's your respect. So thank you so much for being here. Marika Rosenbeck, hi from Sweden. Thank you so much, Marika, for being here. Okay, I lost my daughter in September. Oh, gosh, can I please ask me if she's okay and she knows I miss and love her? Of course she does. Somebody actually emailed me last night that I got this morning, and they said, how do we connect with those that we've lost? And please know, I'm not a medical doctor. If this information does stress or upset you at all, please go and talk to someone about it, okay? Mental health with me is so important because I suffer from mental health every single day. For those who don't know, I've got chronic post-traumatic stress disorder. So it's not just PTSD, I've got CPTSD. Okay, so I struggle with it every single day. That's why some days I don't do videos, if you've noticed. There are days when I say, I'm going to do a video, but I just can't because my own mental health tries to invade what I'm trying to accomplish. So we all need to take those moments, time out, to be fully charged up. And that's one thing I do want to teach today, okay? How to charge ourselves up. So then we do face all this adversity, trauma, and grief that does come into our lives. If you ever struggle, please go and talk to someone about it. Always start with friends or family, someone that you trust who's not going to judge and accuse you. Always go then to a doctor and talk to them as well, because there are avenues out there, okay? We feel, one thing that I went through was that I felt that I was the only one this ever happened to. I got so overwhelmed in that web of conceitment where I thought that I was the only one going through this, so no one else would understand my personal situation, that I struggled so long with thoughts about ending things. And I'm honest here. We don't want that, okay? We all have a life path, and I want to hold hands with all of you. So if you do this, the power of holding hands with someone. Right now I'm holding hands with my grandmother. She passed away about, my goodness, I'm just trying to work it out. Oh my God, 15, 18 years ago my grandmother died. She's rung me on the phone. How cool is that after she died? And every now and again I just feel her. So what do I mean when I feel her? I remember distinctively the smell of her kitchen cupboards where she kept all the herbs. And I can still smell that smell. That's how I feel her. I imagine her face and her grey curly hair, because she was in her 90s when she passed away. And I can still see the ripples and the wrinkles and the spots on her hands from age, the age spots. That's how I feel her. So now I've got that energetic connection to her. And I just think, and I say, Nan, it's Lynda. I love you so much. And I breathe in all that of my grandmother. The smell, seeing her, feeling. I used to brush her hair at night when I was a kid. She used to say, Lynda, do you want to brush my hair? And I'd lovingly just brush her hair for an hour at night. She loved it. But I feel that. I create it. And wherever she is, she's feeling this energy ball, because energy is everywhere, right? It's all encompassing. So she's in heaven and she feels that energy ball. That is how we connect to them. And then it's in that moment where you're connected and you say, I really want to hear from you. Can you please come down? Let me know if you're all right. Can you flicker my lights or stop a clock? Because that's two things that they can do really well. Let me feel a hug, like a touch. Move my hair like a whisper. They can do all that sort of stuff. But they will never tell us the winning lotto numbers. They will never tell us, don't go out with that guy. He's not good for you, Lynda. They'll never say, go and apply for that job, it's going to be great for you. They don't give us that information unless they've signed up to be a spirit guide. So Spirit Guide is one of my books. Spirit Guides and Life Paths Explained. I've also got Ghosts Explained, why they stay here, questions they ask us. I've also got the Shelley transcript in there. It goes for about 9 pages. Shelley, oh my God, she was a ghost, stayed in my house for 3 days. Poor girl, I wonder where she is now. So I explain what happened there with her. So that's Ghosts Explained. Then I've got Psychics Explained, all our spiritual abilities, how to get them, how to get rid of them if you don't want them, how to connect and protect yourself is all in there. So there's a lot of development. There's a lot of development in all of my books. And then lastly, my best one was the first one, 5 Years in Heaven. Look how thick it is, 369 pages. So if you do want any copies of my books, I give them away for free. All you got to do is email me and say, can I please get 1, 2, 3, or 4 books? Whoops, LyndaRay@.info. So here's my email address, guys. Okay, let's keep going. From Paris, thank you. I made it. I just got off work. Hello, Tiffany. Tiffany, thank you for emailing me back so fast. Tiffany, please know, darling, I'm actually getting about 100 to 150 emails at this point. Now, I'm going to tell you all, I was on NDE Diary, and it's gone double viral now. I'm actually up to about 210,000 views on there. They only have 20,000 subscribers, so who the heck shared it? Thank you so much. So I'm thinking it's going to be not this week, next week. Okay, so I've still got about 8 or 10 days, and my next interview is going to come out, which is called The Other Side NDE. They're on YouTube. They have over 200,000 subscribers. So I'm going to get a lot of attention there. And just this morning in my inbox, I've got the lovely Anthony Larkin, I should say. Anthony Larkin, he has just done part 1 of my transcript of my book. I've watched about 10 minutes of it this morning, and it is beautiful. The graphics, the way he talks. He's reading my book, so he's doing a transcript of this. So don't buy my book. Just go watch Anthony reading my book, okay? So I've just put that link in there too. Please go and subscribe to him because he's doing amazing work of transcribing other people's books, okay, with permission. Of course, I gave him permission. Okay, let's just go there. I know I've missed some here. What if being forced by the elites as a child, you tortured or deleted someone under the hypnotic ordeal? Will that show up in the review? Oh, yes. It won't happen to us if we're the child. So I'm talking to Lisa KRP here. It won't happen to us as the child because we're the ones that are forced to have that infliction, right? But those who do it, they know their intention, they know the motives, and they also know the consequence. And that's the big thing about life review. It's when we hurt someone deliberately to cause them pain. Man, that's a no-no. Because it's that consequence, the reaction. You know, just like me when I'm talking about in my book, I hit a girl at school. You know, and that's why I talked about the bad things I did because, you know, why be egotistical and just talk about the good stuff, right? Because there was thousands of good things I've done. But I talked about the bad things so we learn how not to be a bad person because of that consequence when we're doing our life review. So those right now, Gil Bates, reverse the initials, he's been in Australia. Is he still here? Why is he in Australia? Think about it. Yeah, someone said to me the other day he's buying up more land. He probably is. But the whole thing here is, ultimately, I think he's here because he knows what's about to go down with a certain sea country where they make teas. R, that sounds like rushing away. And the U country, not the one that rains down on us. I'm talking about the 3-letter U country. Because they're the ones that caused all this. You've got to remember that, guys. that government is not good. They started all this. And now they're making this thing about a balloon. Oh, come on. Who sends up balloons in this day of technology? Come on. Okay, it's the same with my grandma, her spaghetti, her Jergens lotion, her owls everywhere. I love both of her rings every day. You wear them. Thank you, Aqua North Node, for saying that. I actually got one of my grandmother's rings too when she passed over. So it is a special rarity that we do get inherited, this sort of stuff. What if, so there's that one. Okay, let me just, can you tell me if I'm going to see spirit or angels in physical form? Clairvoyance is changing a lot in the past year and I'm seeing energy a lot clearer. I know it's spirit, just not sure what to do or how. Lenny, guess what, darling? We're all starting to wake up. Have you noticed it? Everybody is now waking up to their spiritualism, okay? Because that veil is now dropping down. So if you want a book about my psychic book, because how do we know what we've got unless someone says this is what it is? How do we know what psychometry is unless someone says to us, well, that's when you hold an item and you pick up the energy from other people who've touched it. So how do you know that if you do psychometry or not? So if you want the book about psychics Explained, all you got to do is email me. My link is in the description, my email, and it's also in the comments here. Okay, what has been. Let's thumbs up, guys. Oh, James, thank you so much. Yeah, give me a couple of thumbs up. Get my word out there because I'm trying to do my best. You are awesome. This is my first live. Can be. Thank you so much for being here. I do try to be here every Sunday. I answer live questions. I also give a little bit of hints. I talk about my girl, my lady, whoever she is. I don't want to know who she is because I trust her that impeccably, where I don't need to stereotype her by just calling her a title. So she works through me every day. Okay. In my book, if you do want copies of my books, I talk about her in here. She's got a whole chapter where I talk about all the times that she's with me, and it's actually called Who is this woman? Chapter 1. So I talk about her and I show a picture of what she looks like. She appeared in the pool one day. Oh my God. So I've got pictures in that book. So if you want any of my books, of course I throw in my PayPal link just in case people want to throw me some money to help me pay my bills, okay? I don't charge for any of my services or products anymore unless you buy my books off Lulu. Why would you when you can get them off me for free? So there's my PayPal link just in case you do want to donate. If you've got anything from today and you think, wow, that helps me out, please donate towards my my PayPal link. Okay, financially, one of my best months in 2003. Tiffany, it's going to start getting better in about August, September. I've been hearing for 20 years now that 2003 is when the big crash occurs. There are a lot of economists now that I've been watching as well. They're now saying mid to first 2 weeks into March. So from the 8th to about the 23rd of March, that's when I reckon the stock exchange is going to crash straight down. So if you do have stocks, please watch them diligently. Okay? If you have any Bitcoin, watch it diligently. If you see it starting to go down, run away! Run away! What's that one? Monty Python. I was watching it. The Holy Grail. I was watching Monty Python the other night. Run away! Run away! They've got their coconuts. Run away! Oh my God. Okay. So please be aware. Watch the stock market, and if you think, trust your gut. If it's going to crash and burn, get all your money out and put it into silver. That's what I'm hearing, silver. Okay, because that's going to be worth about the same as gold in about 2 years. Think about that one if you know what I'm talking about. Jojo, you're amazing. I've been submitting 2 children's picture book manuscripts with either one get picked up by an agent this year. Jojo, I actually see that your books are actually going to be picked up by someone. I don't know if you've submitted it to Penguin Books. I would also be looking at any book, go into, like we've got this shop here, it's called QBD, Queensland Book Department, I think it is, QBD. Anyway, I can go into there and you just go up to the genre, which is children, and you go into the first couple of pages where it has the published by information. Contact all of them. Go all. Okay, don't just pick one or two. Contact all of them because I can see that you are. Okay. So sadly, my mum had her wedding engagement ring stolen off her hand in the nursing home. It's hard not to feel angry. Astara, everything happens for a reason, darling. Do you honestly believe that those who took those rings are going to have a good life and have karma out of this? Feel proud and special that you remember your grandmother's rings. Because at the end of the day, it's the energy or the emotion, because emotions are energy. It's that emotion that we create is what causes that karma. You don't have to blame anyone for what they did because ultimately they're the ones who must judge themselves for doing that. Yes? And when they're standing there, because I've done it with thousands of my own memories, as we stand there and we judge why we did something, we feel the hurt and the pain of those others who were affected by it. So it's called the ripple effect. So not only do they have to judge themselves why they did that to your grandmother, but they also have to feel your pain and your hurt and your trauma of knowing it happened to your grandmother. We don't have to cause that. We don't have to be on the reciprocal end and say, okay, I want to see that happen. But as long as we trust that that energy is going to come back to them, that's all we have to do, okay? And I am so sorry to hear about what happened there. Okay, I bought your books off Lulu and I've donated to send you love. Oh, you're so sweet, Lenny. Thank you. Larissa, Dr. Lynda. Yes. Can I please ask another question? Well, of course you can, Larissa. Can you see me changing professions into an electrician? I'm feeling burned out as a counsellor. Now, isn't it funny? Look, now, this is like my sense of humour from her. She started laughing before I started laughing because of how you wrote burnt out and you want to become an electrician. Oh, my God. So thank you, please. Please know she has a big sense of humour. She started laughing first. She got it before I did. Okay, so are you going into electrician? Please upgrade all your qualifications. It's saying that you've got something. I don't know what trade you've got, but you're going to have to upgrade it, get things more relevant for today, okay? But I do see that that is a good option for you, okay? Yes, keep going. Okay. Counsellor Larissa, as I've just said, I've done over 300 readings in the last 21 days. What does that tell you about the world's mental health? I feel like I'm the coyote jumping off the cliff and the roadrunner's up there. Da, 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 da. Or is that the Woody Woodpecker? I don't know because I just laugh at the whole shebang of it. Okay. Colin, I'm sorry, I forgot to say hello. Hello, Colin. Okay, I do pendulum readings for myself. Should I believe them? Sarah, I have my own pendulum and I have a video. If you go into my personal development playlist, there is one in there and it's called How to Buy, Use and Cleanse Pendulums. Okay. The reason why I've done that is because we don't generally ever get the reading for ourselves because it's our self. Self is ego. If I say to my cards, here we go, look, I'll pull out my cards. I want a boyfriend. I want a boyfriend. Give me a boyfriend. Please give me a boyfriend. I want to pick the card. Show me my boyfriend. Oh, well, I'm not going to take that one because that was sticking up. But I'm going to take one down in here. Look, I'm down in here somewhere. Okay, I'll do it this way so you can just see. I'm going to go this one. I want a boyfriend. Oh, my God, look at the card I pulled out. Please laugh at that. So we get the... Oh, yes. Do I want a boyfriend or what? But ultimately, oh, I hope you're laughing at that. But see how I was the one who found that card. It's not the universe saying, oh, Lynda, you're going to find this guy and you're going to be doing like naked dances in the water. Oh, why not? But ultimately, meow, it's me. I found the card. Okay. So, okay. But the whole thing is, guys, we've always got to get somebody else who's not affected to our ego to read for us. Okay? I don't have much success ever when I ask for things for me. Damn it. Damn it. Okay? So I trust my own instincts and my own intuition. And most of all, I trust her when she starts talking. Okay? So, Kristen T, buy gold bullion, not bitcoins. Yes, that's true, Kristen. That's what I'm getting told. There is little actual gold in them, hence the illusion of the value. Investing in silver is better than Bitcoin. And it is about to go up too. I keep seeing a rabbit in my mindset. Do you see anything about that? Sue, Google what Sue McCarthy this is at. Google what does it mean to see rabbits? Go and have a look at what does a rabbit mean spiritually, because there'll be a meaning there for you. Okay. Alrighty. So let's just keep going down before we get into some other stuff for today. Hello, I'm just watching you on the NDE channel. I'm scared of dying. I'm supposed to have a surgery in possibly May or June. Can you tell me if I should have this surgery? Gina, don't be upset or concerned with what happens in the future. That's how we start anxiety, okay? We don't want anxiety, especially when we're having surgery or other procedures, okay? So do some meditation and just don't think about it. And on the day of your surgery, go with your gut. Does it feel right to go in there today? And if you've got like the Pepe Le Pew thing going, spidey senses going crazy, that's your warning to go in there and say, hey, I don't feel comfortable having this today. Yeah, we can always just make up a little white lie and say, I'm actually feeling not well today. Can we do it in 2 weeks? Okay? Always trust your gut. You're getting a boyfriend, Crystal. I hope he looks like that guy in the water with me. Oh, my God. I need to go and watch that fireman's review calendar I did. Did anyone watch that video? I'm sorry, I've got to get the fan out. Did anyone watch that video I did about the fireman review of the calendar? Holy dooly. Okay. Whew. Okay. Anyway, off that. Okay. Larissa, good example with the cards. I know, Larissa, but see how it works? Okay. Aquanorth Node. Oh, my God, it's so annoying how I can read others so easily, but me, nope. Aquanorth Mode, you're right there. And it doesn't happen like that, okay? Always get somebody else to read for you, okay? All right. Thank you. I'm going to try chat with my love who passed a year ago. Thank you, Sarah Campoli, for just saying that. When I have a pendulum, yeah, you can do it with a pendulum. Hi, will I be successful if I get a YouTube channel? I want to help people. I feel it's my purpose. Dana, yes. I will never say no to anybody who wants to help anybody else. When I started this channel, and I'm going to be honest with you all guys, I started this channel about a year and a couple of months ago. And the reason why I started it is because I used to have a meetup group. Meetup.org is the group. My group was called Southside Psychics because I'm on the south side of Brisbane. And considering we've only got about 600,000 people in Brisbane, I had over 1,000 members. So what does that tell you just there, right? So people used to come here for development. We do exercises and how to raise your vibration, how to be a psychic. You know, one of my favorite ones is you get 3 cards. I'm just picking up some tarot. So you get 3 cards and you proceed what's on the cards. So, yeah, so you just go into what the cards are. If you've got a pack of cards, you get like 2 red aces and the black ace. So you shuffle. So you've got to find the black ace. Okay, so you can do that sort of thing. Psychic exercises. Another one that I like to play is as I'm driving down the road and I come up to an intersection, I put my mind forward and I go down the side street and I think about what color car is parked down that side street. And I think, oh, it's a black car. So how do we know if it's a black car unless we drive past and look down to see if it's a black car? So start practicing it, start trusting it, because that's how we get it more often. Okay? So yes, Dana, go with your YouTube channel. The reason why I wanted to talk about when I started mine is because COVID hit and no one could come to my house anymore. Dana! So I was sitting here one night about 2-3 years ago, in March 2000, March when COVID hit, and I looked up and I said, you know what, I love it when people come to my house because. And it's when we answer the because is we find out our true reason and intention of why we do things. I love doing work for others. I like being an asset to others. I like making other people feel good about themselves. That was my because. So when I first started my YouTube channel, I'm honest, I only thought I'd get about 15 subscribers because I thought it was just going to be videos for me to watch as well as my friends. Because, hello, I've got PTSD and I even watch my pep show talks and stuff too. Okay? So I started it and look where it's blossoming to now. I'm so honoured that I'm getting so many subscribers. But the reason why I'm here, I'm not here for the quantity of people who watch me. I'm here for the one person who needs to hear my message. So I've just been called out. She wants me now to do first lot of cards for today. Whoops, I just dropped half the deck. Put those into. It's time now for my little lovey-dovey cards. Thank you for letting me know that. So here we go. All I want is one card. I'm just going to come up in my chair. Thank you so much. I connect with my cards. Please give me one card that you want as a message for people this week. Throw out a card that we all need to hear. Now, the thing I love about these little blue cards, I see I nearly said yellow then, did you notice? Because I am dyslexic, okay? The disease of people who are quite highly intelligent, unfortunately. So these blue cards, every one of them starts with the word love. Okay, so as I go through, and I'm just asking for one card, let's just keep going. Amy Star, Lynda, I feel disconnected from the source. I try to talk to my angels, but how can I know if they are around me? By trusting them, Amy. I did a video just the other day, and it's called Do You Feel Confused? Go watch that one. Okay. There's their card. I just got it. Okay. Put these ones away. So we're all feeling disconnected at this point because that's the intentional purpose of those that are doing this to us. And it's when we stand there and we put our – I actually go like Wonder Woman. You know, Wonder Woman had the gold bracelets. I clink them together to spread out this energy. And I go, you have no right here. You have no permission to attach to me or my mind, body, soul, spirit, or energy field. Any energy on me today, I cast you out. You have no consent to be here. Go back to where you're from. Or go out to the universe to be corrected back into good universal energies. So I cast it out. Whenever I get a pain, I always say, this is not my pain. I give myself no permission to have this pain. Go back to where you're from. Get off me. Go back. You have no permission to attach to my mind, body, soul, spirit, or energy field. And I don't care if you are energy or entity, because there's a big difference between energy and entity. I've got a video. It's on my playlist about personal development. The difference between energy is unintelligent, and it's what comes out of an entity which is intelligent. Okay? So there you go. So there's videos out there. Just go find them, okay? Kinga. Hello, Kinga. My son Caden has a brand new girlfriend, so maybe he will have a baby soon, just like you said. Kinga, I'm seeing a baby. Okay? Thank you so much for being here, darling girl. Colin M. Yeah, I had a really queasy feeling around a person that I spent an hour with. So, yeah, trusting the gut is a go. Thanks for the good reminder. Colin, thank you so much for taking the effort to type that to me as a comment. I really do appreciate that. Okay, thank you. So that I have been using tarot cards. Are they a good tool for me? Amy Starr, if it's for other people, yes. If it's for your own gain, because of self, which is our own ego, of course it won't work. So let's test it before I read this little lovey-dovey card that I've got. Whoops, I've got him upside down. There he is. Let's just test it again. I want a boyfriend. Show me a card that means I'm going to get a boyfriend. Show me a card. Where's my boyfriend? Where's my boyfriend? Oh, we're going down into here now. He's just in here somewhere. Where's my boyfriend? Ugh! Well, it's a male. So some would say, oh, yeah, there it is. It's a male. It's a male. See? And he's walking away. He's walking towards a ship. So my boyfriend's taking me somewhere. Oh, it's Valentine's Day soon. He's taking me on a boat. Oh, how romantic. See how we can interpret the cards? Come on, guys. Don't do readings for yourself. That's the thing. Okay, I'm here to see if something speaks to me. Can be. Everything is speaking to you, darling. If you want the 4 copies of my books, I've got my Heaven book where I went on my NDE. I've got the Psychics Explained, which is all our abilities, how to get them, protection and other tools for development. Ghosts Explained, why ghosts stay here. It's all psychological. And then the last one I've got is Spirit Guides and Life Paths Explained. Why do we have a life contract? It's all explained in the book. If you want books, all you got to do is email me. Here comes my email again, guys. Lynda@lyndaray.info. Whoops. Okay, lyndaray.info. Drop me an email, and please don't make your emails 3 pages long because I just don't get time to write back. I'm getting over 100 emails a day, and I am truly inundated. So please try and get your emails to about 3 to 5 lines. Okay, if you want me to connect with your spirit guide, all I need is your name and the words, I give you consent to connect to my spirit guide, and a photo attached. I prefer it if there's no one else in the photo, because if there's 2 or more people, I get mixed energies from all the people in the field. So I just like one current photo with the words, I give you permission, thank you. Short, sweet, because I connect, and the way that they come through is amazing. Okay, so there you go. All right, what do you do if you think you have something attached and not good? I actually do have videos out there, can be. Please go into my playlists. I've got a Heaven playlist with all my Heaven stories. Why do we have chairs in heaven? Those sort of email things, questions about people that people ask. Is it good to eat animals, etc.? Okay. In the personal development playlist, I've got heaps of how-to videos in there. Okay, there's heaps. They're all free to watch. So please, Canby, you're my new subscriber today. Please go check out all of the videos. They're all free to watch, okay? So I've got one in there and it says how to disconnect from energies or something. It's called something like that, okay? All right, dear Dr. Lynda, is it normal to feel my heart chakra doing overtime? Shana heard? Yes. Because everybody on the planet is feeling it. I don't like going into my own personal medical history, but when I sit on TV and I hear about another person just having a heart attack, someone else with myocarditis, oh my goodness, it attaches to us. So we must learn to disconnect, send that energy back to where it's from. It's not my energy that's giving me these heart palpitations. I don't want this beating heart because it's not me. I send you back to where you are from, okay? So we put that out there to the universe, and then we start saying our ohms, and all we have to do to say ohms is om, om. Because while we're doing our OMs, we can't think. I'm gonna do this as an experiment. I'm gonna do an OM, and while I'm doing that, I'm gonna think of something. And that was just me then thinking, should I wash up later? Or maybe I shouldn't because, my daughter's back today. She's been at her dad's. So I might just leave that washing up in the sink so we can wash up after dinner tonight. Why waste 15 minutes that I don't get these days to do the washing up double? So see how it worked? So when we do our OMs, our brain is concentrating on the frequency, so we can't think. It's actually virtually nearly impossible to think at the same time if you do it right, okay? So do some OMs. Okay, I'm so excited to catch you live. Yes, Daniel Hood, I'm excited too. I love your spirit. Thank you for all your work. Thank you so much, Daniel. I wouldn't be doing it unless I was doing it for you guys. Dolores, hello. Dr. Lynda, will my son find healing and work soon? Dolores, one thing I do not like doing is when I read for other people. We sometimes have to allow others to go through their own life paths and directions. We can certainly try to help, guide, and to give options. But ultimately, we cannot invade with free will. So the more you encourage, support, and most of all love your son, and let him know that any decision is ultimately his, he'll come to the right conclusions. I said to my daughter about 2 years ago, I said, darling, I don't care if you end up being a janitor, bus driver, you're on the counter at KFC, or if you go on and become an astro engineer. I don't care what you do. As long as you're happy doing it is all that counts to me. So what I was actually saying to my own daughter was I step back and I try not to control, and I allow her to come into who she wants to be. So when she's on her iPad at night, and I know she's got heaps of emails of homework sitting there, I'll go in and I say, darling, it's your choice. But ultimately, if you keep playing your iPad, you will become that person at KFC with no qualifications, which I don't judge them either because it's a great job. Hello, I love my KFC, right? So someone's got to work there to help me get my KFC. So I don't ever poo-poo-poo-doo people that work in fast food industries, okay? But ultimately, if she wants to go on and maybe win a Nobel Prize in astro engineering, then she's got to put in those hard yards. So I encourage and I support her, and I let her know the options of what happens if she does do the homework. So she makes a decision, okay? So I hope that helps there. Okay, Dolores? Okay. All right, Teresa, Dr. Lynda, you better be careful or you're going to get a boyfriend. I've been single for 9 years now. Would I like a boyfriend? Man, he's got to understand what, it's like the Princess Diana meeting Charles. That's what I put myself into. Come on, please laugh at this. Diana walked into a three-way relationship. So any guy that comes into me, I should rephrase how I said that, but oh my God, I don't believe I just said that. Any guy who wants to take me out, he's got to realize that there's her involved in this as well, right? So it's a three-way. It's going to be a three-way relationship. Oh, sorry, I'm not talking to you. I'm actually talking to her today. Please respect my wishes. Oh, my gosh. I come out with the most funniest things. Oh, my God. Got to be careful. Okay. I will do that. Kristen, what do you see is happening with the C? The C as in the scam. They're still pushing it, and they're fast running out. Have you seen all the latest Pfizer documents? I shared this thing on Facebook the other day. If you do want to go and see me on Facebook, you got to send me a friend request, and please send me a message and just say, hey, I'm not a spam, I'm not a troll. Please accept me because I want to read what I saw you live. So if you're on Facebook go over and have a check of me. My name is Lynda Ray. Okay, I'm just going to put it here as a comment. Lynda, R-A-E, because my middle name is Ray. Okay, go find me on Facebook, and you've got to send me a friend request because I don't have any privacy. I'm not public at all. But there's a photo of me wearing a red T-shirt, and I've got my hair straight, and I'm wearing my sunglasses. So go find me because I shared this thing on Facebook the other day. Let me just go in and I'm going to try and find this quickly, because I still want to read my book, my little doobie dobber card here, okay, and do some other things. Okay, come on, where's me? Dim, 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 dim. Okay, so anyone that does watch me and Mike Cavalli on Wednesday nights, please know that I am taking the next 2 weeks off. So I will not be on Mike's show this Wednesday. I'm pretty sure that he is still going forward with his shows. So please know that I'm taking 2 weeks off doing his show so I can catch up on emails, etc. So one of the things that I've just shared, I am not saying what is causing this, but this is from a doctor who is seeing the professional data. 279% spike in miscarriages, 487% spike in breast cancer, 551% spike in Guillain-Barré syndrome, 269% spike in myocardial infarction, 468% spike in pulmonary embolisms, 291% spike in Bell's palsy, 437 spike in ovarian dysfunction and cancers, 680% spike in multiple sclerosis. Why? Please don't say your opinions on here because we can't do it for the algorithms on YouTube. But as long as we say whatever, if I did this against my will, please take this out of me. I did not give consent for this, okay? Alrighty. So, Valentine Luna, I've been trying for years. I already have a daughter, but my heart and intuition tells me there is another soul coming into my life as a son. Yeah, I'm actually feeling that too, Valentine. Okay. So, yes, hello, Linda, and thank you for sharing. I saw you live and I came right away. I'm writing from Uruguay. Thank you so much for letting me know. I need to know if you feel I could be pregnant now. Too soon for a test. Yes, I am seeing there is something in the works there, if you understand what I'm talking about. Okay. Kristen T, thank you for my great reading for both my partner and me. It was amazing. Kristen T, thank you so much for commenting. I don't need to have testimonies written anywhere because there'd be too many. Why would I do that? Because I feel that the ones who have to put testimonies out there, they're the egotistical ones. And how do we know if they are true testimonies or, hey, can you please write a testimony and tell me, or were they just made up anyway? So I don't trust testimonies, and I hope that you appreciate my reasoning for that. Okay, kind-hearted moi. Any idea why I've had so many injuries this year? I'm heading right now. I'm healing, but I was wondering if there was a reason for these injuries. Could there be a message? Yes. Generally, when we get injuries, it is a message. Now, let me just run away for a minute, guys. I've got to go put on my AC. It is getting quite hot here because I've got this light on and I'm starting to sweat. So bear with me. I'm going to be right back, okay? Stay by. Mary. Hello, gorgeous one. Oh my God. Started to sweat. Okay. Okay. I'm back. Really hot here in Australia this week. I'm actually, when you get sweaty and then you start getting really itchy? I'm starting to get itchy because I've got this huge white light on. If I do this, you can see the light. It's one of those big round like studio lights here, and they're really hot. Okay, so I've left the door open now because now my air conditioner's on, so hopefully in a few minutes I'll start feeling it coming through. Okay, where was I? Okay. I'm healing right now, but I was wondering if there was a reason for these injuries. I want to go into this a little bit more, guys. Okay. I was doing first aid training, and it was so funny that 3 weeks in a row I kicked my bucket. Come on, you guys see the irony here. I had a bucket with wheels on it and a little pull-out handle, and in there I'd put all the bandages and pens and papers, all the forms, etc., that I needed to do first aid training. 3 weeks in a row, I kicked that bucket. It was like a big square trolley thing that I had. And I broke my toes 3 weeks in a row. Fun. So I sat there and I thought, well, the universe is definitely telling me something. So generally when we hurt our hands, this is a representation of doing things. They're trying to slow us down doing our work. They're trying to slow us down being interactive with other people. See how I talk with my hands normally? Okay, this is my attribute. So imagine if I wasn't talking. See now why I got a sore hand, right? With our feet, it usually means it's a representation to not go anywhere. And it was really funny because it was only about 2 months after that I stopped being a first aid trainer. Exactly 2 years and 2 days, which is what Karina told me in 2001, I'd be a first aid trainer for 2 years. So that was the universe saying, don't go to work today, Lynda. Okay, so yes, have a look at any injuries that we get and work it out, because everything is a reason for us. Okay, so let's go into some cards, because I haven't even done any cards yet and I've already been here for an hour and a half. This is the first one I've got for today. Love has courage to in the face of adversity. And this is actually the message for this week. The message that I got last night when I was lying in bed, they were actually saying this is the time to take stock of what matters to us. This is the time to think, if the world does fall apart, am I mentally and physically prepared for this? Do I have a stockpile of food? Do I have all my meds up to date for at least 6 months? Do I have enough cat food for Mary? Do I have enough shampoo, conditioner, underarm deodorant so I don't stink when I leave the house in case they put us into isolation again? Do I have enough clothing? Do I have enough of anything I would need for a 6-month journey into that pit that they could create for us because they love us so much? Not in a nice way, right? So it is time now to take stock, because it is imminent now. I'm seeing we're down to weeks. It's only going to be about 4 weeks. So instead of going to the movies, spend that money on canned food. Instead of going and getting KFC, I love KFC, but I only have it like I only have KFC about once every 6 months, because I simply cannot afford it. Because here in Australia, to feed me and my daughter is $40. That's how much for KFC is here in Australia. So I do not, that $40, I can get enough food for about 3 or 4 days. Breakfast, lunch, and dinners, and snacks for about $40. So, DJ Larson, please know. Okay, here's something that I do need to tell you all. I went to Telstra this week. They said, we've sorted it out. Go home. It's all going to work. I've got technicians coming here this week because it's still not working. I was at Telstra for 3 hours and, I'm doing about 10 readings a day. Do you honestly believe I've got time to spend 3 hours up at Telstra dealing with them when nothing gets resolved? So it is frustrating for me. It's very irking me because I like being benefit to others, okay? So please be patient because I do have technicians coming out at some point. God, it's annoying. Okay, So there you go, DJ Larson. Okay. Hi, do you see me finding love and getting married? Angie, I am honest with my readings. And the one words that I always say is, why do you put so much onus on getting married? The first person that you should be married to is you. Finding out who you are. Learn your own self-worth, self-respect, self-appreciation, and most of all, your own self-love. If you want a copy of my book, in the back of it, The Teachings of Lynda, I have exercises in how to date yourself. Okay? I have how to be kind, forgiveness. There are all these things in there. How to be compassionate, how to be more caring, generous, how to be happy. All right? I've also got all the where am I? I'm just trying to find it. All the self-emotions. Here you go, chapter 9. So when we go into self-acceptance, self-respect, self-worth, self-love, self-confidence, self-reward, and self-forgiveness, unless we have all of that package, how can you ever say you're going to welcome someone and accept who he is, where we don't try and control them, we don't try and judge them, but we let them be whoever they are because we're so confident in our own skin? If someone said to me right now, Lynda, get butt naked and walk out to your letterbox, you know what? I would, because I do not care what anyone else thinks about me. That's how confident I am. If someone said to me, Lynda, why don't you get butt naked and walk out to your letterbox, because they're trying to embarrass me, I then look at them and say, why don't you do it? Because you lack the confidence yourself. And that's why you've got to make fun of me and try and make me feel belittled by making me laugh at myself. Because I don't laugh at myself ever. Who was it? Basha, or I think it was actually that Chinese karate guy. Can't remember. Anyway, but he said, never, ever make fun of yourself, and it creates it. So if we want to find a partner, the only way that we find a partner is by loving ourselves, respecting ourselves, appreciating ourselves first. We never find a partner to make us whole. And that's the problem with so many people who ask, when am I finding a boyfriend? Because the difference with me is I don't need a boyfriend because I already am whole. I don't need a partner to add substance or value to my existence because I've already got it within myself. So if the universe ever does say, oh, Lynda, here's a boyfriend for you, I will accept him for who he is, and I will be proud of everything he is. But if he wants to be with me to make himself feel whole, it will never work out, because I'm going to tell him himself how to do it for himself too. And he may not want to go that distance because it's hard work. So there you go. I hope that find love and getting married. Angie, getting married should never be a priority. It's only a belief that we create because society puts so much emphasis on that we should be two. We don't ever have to be two. I struggle, yes, and I'm a single mother. I struggle every day. But ultimately, I go to bed at night knowing I've done the best I can. I support myself and my daughter and other people around me. I have the best friends on the planet who do not try to change or control me. And most of all, I do not need somebody else to make me feel whole. I hope that makes sense for you, darling girl. Okay? All right. So, very happy with all the messages you're giving us. It's definitely enriching according to our improved as people. Absolutely, Khalad Aglarian. Sorry if I mispronounced that. Lynda, Lynda, is very bad. I can't hear. Yeah, I know. My internet hopefully will be fixed this week. This has been a 3-year struggle for me, guys, with the internet. And I'll be honest, great advice. That's why I've been single my whole life. I don't worry like my friends. Yeah, that's right, darling. We don't need somebody. We only want somebody. Okay? Will my financial situation be getting better anytime soon? Now, this is from Lenny. P.S. Amen. I recommitted to be single for another year. Thank you. After ending a violent relationship. Okay, it's the best thing I've ever done. Okay, so Lenny, I just want to stay with relationships for a minute before I go into your financials. Think of a wedding. We get married. There's always that engagement. What does that engagement process allow us? It is to give us that time when we say, I want to commit to this person. The engagement process is usually about 6 months to a year, right? It's to give us time to get used to the fact that we are now mutually in a partnership with somebody else. So we respect the person. When we get married, that's a confirmation that we are dedicated, loyal, trustworthy with that person. If it doesn't work out, there is a 12-month process of separation. That separation isn't to go and get a new boyfriend. That's to sort out all the crap in your life as to why that marriage failed. It's to heal all that past hurt. And it is definitely not the time to go and find a new girlfriend or boyfriend. How many times? I have this neighbor across the road. Oh my God, the fights constantly with this guy that she lived with. She had 6 kids to 4 blokes. Not that I judge. But he moved out one day at 11 o'clock. The taxi came with all the bags, loading up the car, and he left. At 4 o'clock that same day, another taxi pulled up with another guy with all his bags, was moving in. The fighting started the very next day. Who do you think was creating all that drama for themselves? Did that guy want to be moving in with her? Should he ever move in with her after she just kicked out the other boyfriend this very same day? No. If I met a guy, and I'm going to be honest here, if I met a guy and he said, I'm going through a bad divorce, I'll say, come back in a year's time when you heal it. If I met a guy and he said to me, oh, Lynda, I've only just broken up with my girlfriend 2 weeks ago, I wouldn't even go there. I'd say, come back and see me in 6 months. If I met a guy and I walked into his house and there's his ex-wife's clothes still in the closet, or her vase is still on the shelf, or something else of hers is still in the house, I'd say, sort out your shit and come back and see me in 6 months. Because that's my self-worth, where I don't want a guy that's got so much baggage associated to somebody else. Sort out your trouble before you go and find somebody else. And that's why we have that year of separation before we get married again or find somebody else. Okay? My friend and I, we went down to the Gold Coast yesterday. We were near water. Thank you. That was my day off yesterday I had. But we went to an open house. Now, this house is worth about $5 million, but we just like going and looking at what we can't afford, right? Because it's always manifesting what we can have, right? So here's this beautiful house on the canal with its own little sandy beach out the back. You walk down 3 steps and you're in the sand on a canal. How cool is this? But when we were going through the house, there were signs. The first thing that I smelt was the paint. So this house had just been repainted. Why? Then we went upstairs and you can tell that this house has been staged. It's not how these people would live. Why? And then we got our answer, because my friend and I, we walked into the master walk-in closet and it was all empty. And then there was the rack of men's shoes, and then it was all the men's clothing. And in the cupboards there was kids' toys and other signs that kids lived in that house. So he just broke up with her, or she just broke up with him, took the kids. So they're selling the house because it's a failed marriage. would I want to buy that house after that much energy, where probably someone in that house has been punching holes in the walls, because that's now why there's plaster and paint smells all through the house? I wouldn't want to own that house with all that negative energy. I'd be saging it for 6 months before I could finally feel it was my house. So this is where we heal ourselves first before we move on. Gina, I see not 11111 all the time. So do I. Now, it's funny that you say those. Out of all the numbers, I see 111s a lot. So I researched it last week. 111 means changes are coming. They could be good, they could be bad, or not. But I've been seeing 11. I'll go inside my bedroom, and on my alarm clock it says 11.11. Then I come back in like an hour later, and it's 12:11, and I think, what? How did I come back here exactly an hour later when I've just been outside doing emails and stuff? So yes, okay, we got to look at our angel numbers. Research what they mean. What does it mean if I see 11111s all the time? Okay, what does it mean? Like, I know 444 means changes are coming. So if we're seeing 4s around a lot, that means changes are coming, guys. Okay. We have lived at number 11 for 11 years. I lost my home through marriage breakup. Do you see me having my own home again? Astara, I actually do. Now, to me, some good news for you is in about 3 or 4 months, house prices are going to crumble. If you've been watching how many excessive deaths there are every day, miscarriages are up. What did I say? Oh, I closed down Facebook because I have Messenger open there and messages come through. But, 400% spike in miscarriages. So births are down. And I cannot tell you guys, this is so traumatic. And please talk to someone about this if this upsets you personally. But one of my readings that I've had recently was with a funeral director. She said she cannot believe the amount of children that they're now getting, where there's a directive coming with these to incinerate, not to bury. Ask yourself why, with birth defects, physical deformalities, and other things that these children are now being born with. What's causing it? We don't want to say on here, but keep your opinions to yourself, guys. Okay? Because we are speculating. It's horrible what's happening. With, the UK has got 10,000 deaths per week more than average. And that's just the UK. So, of course, real estate's about to plummet. Of course, real estate is about to plummet. The government has to do something to distract us again. Let's go back to what I heard in May 2001 when I died. My great-great-great-great-grandmother, she said to me, you must return to the place from where you're from. It's Australia, by the way, because I'm from Australia. And I died in America. She said, you must return to the land from where you're from, for that is where you'll be safe. The great lie is about to start in this year of September 11, remember that one? She said, do not believe what you see, for they will promote and talk about the lies. For those who did it is those who had it done to them, unto them. So in other words, they did it to themselves. And they keep doing it to themselves throughout the last 20 years with a lot of fabrications to make us think that they have to judge. They have to justify why America spends $500 billion a year on their military presence. If there wasn't a war, they wouldn't get the funding, correct? We haven't had a war for a little while, so they need to create a war, for that is how they can create their money. Look at the money they found that they earned in World War I. How fast did they create World War II when they realized how much money they made? And if you need proof of this, ask yourself, in Germany in the 1940s, during the war, What was the make of cars that they all used? What cars and vehicles did the Germans use during World War I and II? I'll give you a hint because I own one, and they're Fords. Where are Fords made? Enough on that. Okay. Was it for profit? Said Amy Starr, of course. Do you see me being financially independent anytime soon? Cora, I actually do see that. And don't worry about finances, because if the world does go to heck like I'm seeing, no one's going to have money, so we're all going to be in the same boat. So think of it that way, that we're all going to be on the same state, on the stability. There's going to be no class. If the rich become poor and the poor are still poor, we're all still equal. So we're all having that same stability, right? We've got to laugh at this. We really do. Okay. Amy Starr, 9/11 Truth, yes, thank you. Okay. I work as a full-time... Oh, yeah, we're already up to date. Okay, so let's go and get some tarot cards for today, guys. Let's get into it, okay, because I'm coming up to my 2 hours. Okay, I love yous all. I'm going to pull a card. Now, can we change the colour of our aura? Cora, I do see auras, but I must make a little proclamation here. 2 years... Okay. I know. See, she talks. I've got to listen. How can I say this? Please give me the words. 2 years ago, before a certain medical procedure started, I used to see auras around everybody, to the point where I have... Let me just find them in all my scatter everywhere. What have I done? Oh, here they are. I went up to my local hardware store and I got all the paint samples of all the aura colours. So when I talk to people, I could tell them what their aura colour is. I don't see it bland like this. I see auras glitterized, fluorescent, sparkling like glitter, dimensional, intelligent colour forms. I know, I've just got to say it. She's telling me don't say this, because a lot of people are going to get upset by what I say. And if you do get upset by this, please look at why you get offended, for it's something in yourself to heal, okay? 2 years ago, I used to see auras around everybody. Not anymore. It's one reason why I'm no longer doing readings. Especially the last few weeks with doing 200 readings in 20 days. A lot of people do say, can you see my aura? So it's something now that I don't fabricate. But I've got to be honest with this, because she knows I don't lie. My integrity will always be the truth about me. So for those who have asked me if they've got an aura, most of those ones did not have a certain medical procedure. My friend Sally and I, she said to me one day, she said, how do you see them? And I said, it's glitterized. It's beautiful around people. So we went down to the coast. We're sitting at this cafe near the beach, and this man was walking out, and I said to my friend, I said, he's had one jab. She said, how do you know? I said, because his colour is gone to a pastel. It's diminished itself. So as we're sitting there, and he came and sat near us at a table, I said, hey, how you going? By the way, have you had it? He said, yeah, I had one last week. And then my friend looked at me like, you knew that? Then a lady comes out, and I said, she's had both. She's had 2 or more. So I asked her, hey, how you going? Have you had any? She said, yeah, I've had 2. Then this couple came out, and I said to my friend, she's still got her aura, so she hasn't had any, and the male's lost his aura totally, so he's had at least 2. So she said, oh, come on, Lynda, you can't be that great. Go and ask him. So I went, hey, how you going? Have you had your things? And he said, confirmed. And she said, confirmed. My friend's sitting there with her jaw dropped, and she said, my God, you really do see auras, because you don't see them around people who've had the medical procedure. And I said, I know, that's one reason why I can't do readings anymore. It hurts. I want to be the person who helps everybody. I don't want to judge. I'll never accuse anybody for what we do. We all have decisions. We all have our own free will. And my greatest fear for others is that they did something that they didn't know that they were getting themselves into. That right there is universal law number 5, which straight back to my book. Let's try and make this a little bit happy now. Universal law 5. Because I have all the universal laws in my book. It's universal law 6. It's the law of compensation. Blessings and abundance that are provided for us, and it's the visible effects of our deeds. So when we have something done to us against our free will, or that's hidden without telling us the true facts that they knew about. Remember here, every animal they tested it on died. They knew that, and they still released it. Oh my God. I don't like hurting people. I really don't, guys. If you do get upset by all this, please go and talk to somebody. Okay? Email me and we'll have a chat in private. Okay, Andrew Ivy just said, will I quit smoking? The problem there is, Andrew, you're making that into the future. I used to be a smoker, and I now haven't smoked since May last year. Not that I was a big smoker. I would get a cigarette, and it was the irk of all my friends, I tell you. I'd say, I've got to go roll smokes. So what I do is I get a normal cigarette, I'd take the tobacco out of it, and I'd roll three little tiny smokes out of it. So you know how you get rolly papers? I'd roll up a little one out of the tobacco from a cigarette, and then I'd cut it in half. So my cigarette's only about this long. And I was only having about 5 or 10 of those a day. So one day I went out the back and I just said, this is my last cigarette. I'm not doing this anymore. And about an hour later, I thought, oh, it's time to go and have a cigarette. And I went, no, it's not. Fight it. You're not doing it anymore. Think of your health. Think of your kid. Think of this. Think of that. So it's been since May last year, nearly coming up to a year. And I haven't had a cigarette, and I don't even crave it, because I don't say to people just stop. I say cut down. So when you got a cigarette, chop off a quarter. So now you're only down to 3/4 of a cigarette. Do that for a month or two. And then don't increase your smokes, but just have that. Then 2 months later, you cut off more of it. So then you keep that tobacco and you roll it into another smoke. So it saves you money as well. Okay. All right. Can we change the color of our aura? Cora, I hope that gives you some clarification there. I don't talk about auras anymore because I can't. James Coles says, bless you, Lynda. Why does it really detach? Can we get it back, or is it gone forever, says Lenny. I don't know, Lenny, but at this point, I was just down at the Gold Coast yesterday, and there's about 80% of people with no auras now down there. So they haven't got theirs back yet. I'm trying to find out how. If you do want, there is a video out there from 2005, and it's I've got the link. So if you do want to email me and just say, give me the Gates video, that's all you've got to say. I'll reply with the Gates video. And actually, let me go find it, and I'll stick it here in the comments for you. This is a wake-up call for us all, guys. And the worst part is, this video came out in 2005. It only goes for 4 minutes, and it's where he's talking to a certain 3-letter agency at the Pentagon. Here it comes. Watch that if you dare, because it's how he talks about bringing out a certain word that sounds like Miley Cyrus. And the old car that was a Corona, if you know what I'm talking about there. I think it was made by Toyota. They made the Corona. Remember the old Corona? The cars. So that link I just shared there is from 18 years ago. It's 4 minutes long, and it's worth your time. I would suggest you click on it now, just in case when I finish this live, all the comments go off. If you lose it, email me. So here's my email again, Lynda@LyndaRay.info. Email me with, please give me the link to that video and I'll sign it and I'll send it over. Okay? If you want me to connect with your spirit guide, just bear with me a moment. Okay. Oh, good. Sorry, I just heard card doors. Sorry. Cross the road. If you want to connect with your spirit guide, I need a photo. And please just say in your email, please tell me what my spirit guide is. I give you consent. That's all you have to write. I cannot read 4 pages of emails, guys. Anything over about 3 lines, and it's just like I've got to flick through it because I'm going through over 100 emails per day. Okay? And I've got to stay up with it or else I'm going to get lagged out. Okay? So please respect me there. Okay. So if you want your spirit guide, if you want any of my 4 books, please email me. All you got to say is please send me over your books. And there I do say, if you do wish to, these are free, but if you do wish to support my channel and what I do, please donate here. Okay? Help me pay my bills. That's basically help me pay my bill link. And there's my PayPal link, just in case today you found out something interesting. You think, wow, that's a benefit. I'll go and throw Lynda a couple of dollars to help her pay her bills. You know, it wouldn't be without you guys helping me the last couple of weeks, is now why I have the new phone. You know, I cannot say thank you enough for those who contributed towards my bills, which was getting a new phone. This cost me $1,500. I bought it outright because then I don't live on credit. I will never get a credit card because the banks don't look at me because I'm a single mother. So I cannot get a credit card, okay? So I had to pay cash. So thank you to all those who did contribute towards my bills, okay? The next bill that I've got, I need some personal things in my life. My fridge is acting like it's going to die any day because it's got a weird smell about it. But I've had it now for over 12 years, so I think it's time for a new fridge. I need new glasses. That's my glasses. They're at least $2,000 because I've got high stigmata in my eyes, stigmatism, and they also have to grind in the sides by about 3 millimeters or whatever they call it, centimeters, millimeters. So it's all that grinding them down, or else they're Coke bottles, because my eyes are -9, okay? My daughter is -1, and she has to wear glasses all the time. I'm -9 with my eyes. So, yeah, $2,000 for me to get glasses, and that's virtually on the next thing on the list for me, is to get new glasses so I can see better. Ha, 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 joke, I know, because I do all my spiritual work with my eyes shut. So it's like they're saying, you don't need your glasses. Yes, I do for driving. Okay, so make sure you guys open it in a new tab so you don't lose this live stream. Thank you, DJ Larson. Yes, click that link. The YouTube, I've just got about 10 links back. Click it into a new link, open it and watch it later, and then share it to all your friends. Because, you know, how do we know what they're doing unless somebody declares it and shares it? Read the description on that video. It's a mind blow when you read how that guy got the video. It's a mind blow, okay? So what will happen to people who've had the procedure? Now, kind-hearted Ma, what we do know, because of what I'm being told, because this was in clinical trials until September last year. So from September last year, whoever had one, they got it, okay? If you got sick after the jab, like flu, headache, sore arm, well, sore arm could be the placebo, but that's a sign that you got it. But because it was in clinical trial, 50% had to be placebo. A lot of people got saline, however you pronounce it, salt water. So a lot of people actually just got a fake water shot. So that's why they wanted us to go back and get the second and the third and the fourth and the fifth, right? To make sure that the AI in the real one was actually going into us. Graphene oxide is the word. Go and look it up. Okay, so I'm about to draw one of these. Thank you so much. I want a tarot card for all of us this week that are on the right side of this loving energy. Okay, one card, please, that represents what we all need to hear for this week. Now, when I do this, I don't know if you saw that, but look, I was just shuffling. One fell, so I'm going to hold that up. Here it is. I got my card straight away. Look how gorgeous this card is too. Okay. In you go. Okay, put them away. Okay, so I've got my card. Oh my God, okay. It is Temperance card. Let's look it up in my Easy Tarot handbook because some people do like to hear it straight from the book and it's not just my interpretation. So it is number 14 in the Major Arcana. Let's go and have a look. Where's the Major Arcana in this book? They're way back here. Come on. 14. 15. Temperance. Here it is. It's a Temperance card. Let's go have a read of her. Okay. Temperance represents moderation, having patience, the ability to compromise to have satisfactory solutions, diplomacy and cooperation, then balanced emotions. This is the message that I've been getting, guys, for this week. We are now on the cusp of whatever's about to happen. Please do not believe that China sent a balloon. A balloon? Are you serious? They tried that in the 40s, didn't they? Come on, guys. You know, this is as stupid as the news that we just had here in Australia, where they lost a little tiny vial. It's smaller than a dime, okay? It's about this big, the vial of radioactive material. And they said it was lost on an outback road over 1,500 kilometres long. So how did they find this tiny little vial in all that distance? And how did it ever fall off the back of a truck? Come on, wake up. They are conditioning us to what is coming, so it's not a shock when we hear it. Okay? They give us these little bits, so we're getting used to it. Okay? Okay. I never got the, I don't like saying the word, sorry, Adele. I don't even have the flu shots. Well, they're now putting it all together in one, so don't do it. Okay? Okay, do you see me meeting someone special in the next 6 months, Cora? We all get someone special in the next 6 months. I've got a special pen that I'm using right now. Okay? Concentrate on who you are. That is what we're destined to be at this point. Don't try and make relationships. Make friendships. Make companionships. Okay? Be on that ship of humanity instead of the ship of selfish, being conceited enough to just want someone singularly for you. Okay? Because this is not the time to be selfish. This is what all the cards, especially even Temperance today, is showing us. This is a time to go out to the masses and be kind to everybody, okay? It's not the time to just pay attention to one person. It's time to be committed to everyone. You know, I love certain movies, and one of them, not because of the storyline, but because of the moments that we all get in these movies, right, where they're giving out drops. Independence Day with Will Smith. I love that movie. Okay. All right. What did I love the most about that movie is the guy who's the president. He goes up, he's in the fighter jet, and he's not acting like a president, is he? He's acting like everybody else on the planet, helping everybody else on the planet. He wasn't just hiding out in his bunker and hoping that other people would look after him. That is the lesson for humanity at this point. Don't get on your high horse like a president would and go down to his bunker. Don't be like the King of England and hope and pray that he's going to be all right in Windsor Castle. Okay? We need to be the ones standing up, taking that charge, and being our true self of humanity. Because at the end of the day, that's how we're going to win this war. Okay? Humanity through our humility. Not humility. I don't know. Kindness, compassion, generosity, kindness, love. Be nice to everybody. That's the message of this week, okay? I would love to buy your books. Are they all on book? Okay, so Astara, the only book that's in print at this point is 5 Years in Heaven. This is how big it is. If you buy it on Lulu, it's about $60 plus postage. If you don't want to pay that much money, email me and I can send you a PDF of any of my 4 books, because the other 3 are all in PDF form as well. I can send them to you, and then you can just take them up to your local print shop on a USB and say, print these. Okay? I've got books that I've printed over the years. Let me just find some. This is what my local print shop does. See, this is the first version of my Heaven book when I first started writing it. Look how tiny that is in comparison. So I got this printed for $10. See what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to save everybody money. Okay? So if you want PDFs of my book, stick them on a USB, take it up to your local print shop and say, can you please print this into a book? So on these ones that I got printed, this is up at Office Works, which is like American Office Max, I think. It's even got the clear cover on the front to protect it, and it's got the nice hard cardboard before the paper, and it's got the hard cardboard back so it doesn't bend, and it's also got the nice binding on it. So you can do that really cheap, okay? Cheap. I like saving people money, okay? So I send over my books to everybody, okay? Send if you want a copy of any of my 4 books, I've got my Heaven Story, my NDE, Ghosts, Psychics, and Spirit Guides and Life Paths, okay? If you want any of those, all you got to do is email me. Keep it short and sweet, guys. Just say, please send me over your ghost book. Send me over this one or all of them. All of them. Send me all your books. I'm happy to just reply, attach, and I can say, thank you, these are a gift. However, if you do wish to help me support my bills, here's my PayPal. Because some people can afford it, others don't. I don't judge who does and who doesn't. I'm trying to help everybody, okay? We're all in the same boat. We're all trying our best in a world gone mad. That's why I did that video the other day about, are you confused? Okay? Yes. All right. Anthony Larkin. Anthony Larkin, thank you so much. I actually shared the link to your story this morning. And look at this. I've still got it open, so I'm going to share it again for those that are now coming in now. Anthony Larkin has just done the most amazing job, guys, of he got a copy of my PDF and he has read it out as a transcript on his own YouTube channel. I am so impressed, and I'm sharing this everywhere. Please know I shared it at the beginning. Open it up in a new tab, guys, so you can watch it later, because he is transcribing my book. What an amazing man. Okay, so Anthony Larkin, thank you so much for being here. Please do me a card. My question is, am I on the right path? Anthony, of course you are, darling man. I am so impressed with how you did that version of what you've done there on YouTube. So, guys, I've just shared it. Please, I'm going to put it in the link for today as well, because I support everybody doing the right work like Anthony is doing, okay? The more we bring awareness to what is out there spiritually, I don't get involved with other people's energies, okay? Sorry, that was my neighbor. So as soon as we concentrate on what is best for us and our own true self, and we are passionate about that, and we hold on to what's true inside ourselves, this world is going to be a far, 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 far better place, okay? It's going to be a far, 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 far better place. So how many people now are saying, here's a DJ Larson? Any relation? Oh, no, that's Larson and Larkin. Okay, sorry. Oh, I need more coffee. Give me some more of my tea. So, guys, today It's now 11. It's after 11. I can't believe I've been talking for 2 hours today. Yeah, I'm happy to keep going. Okay, I'm happy to stay live. So if you do have any psychic questions that you want me to answer, please know I'm here for you. If you wish to email me, my email is below in the description. It's already been posted in the comments, so please scroll back to get my email address. Please do not make it a 3-page story. I do not get anything over 5 lines. I just can't read it. Okay, so please make your emails a maximum of 5 lines. Okay. If you do want any direction in your life, I'm only asking now for 3 questions, but please keep it to the 5-line maximum for the whole email, okay? If you want me to see your spirit guide, please attach a photo, and I'm happy to tell you what your spirit guide is, okay? Okay. Yes, Larissa, thank you so much. I love sharing great work that people do. So you are on the right page there, Anthony, okay? I woke up this morning with the message in my head that said, whatever I think I am. Was that from my guide or a relative? Well, how do we know if your relatives aren't your guides? I could be my daughter's spirit guide right now in this life. See what I'm talking about? It's freaky, isn't it? How do you know? I might be your spirit guide. And I'm telling you to be the best version of yourself. How do you know? It's weird, eh? So in my book about spirit guides, I go into who can it be, what their jobs are, what they can and can't do, how to connect with your own spirit guides, what are life paths, what are life contracts, what are sub-clauses and out clauses. Interesting, eh? So, Adele. Oh, yeah? So, Adele, I would be thinking, trust that one, because the more we do our I ams and I have, now look, I've even got it on a post-it note. I am. So you don't want to have it as I am, I have. But the I ams, I put this all over my house when I started doing this. Back door of the toilet, behind the toilet door. So as you're sitting on the toilet, you're reading I am. What am I? I am kind, I am loving, I am friendly, I am nice, I'm supportive, I'm trying my best, I am young, I am healthy, big words, I am fit, I am strong, I am dedicated. And then I started putting these all around the house, one on the fridge. I put one in the car. So it's there on the steering wheel. So as I'm driving, I'm seeing this I am. And as I'm driving and I think, you stupid idiot, why'd you do that bloody U-turn like that? Am I someone who judges? No. I am understanding. I am compassionate. I let you do whatever you do. I hope that you've got a medical emergency for doing that really weird offense. See how we learn this? But then we also do the I haves. I have. What do you guys have today? Because I have strength. I have courage. I have determination. I have love. I have health. I have inner strength. I have wisdom. I have insight. I have my intuition. and I'm going to go past that now because I just gave you a hint of the third one. I am thankful for. Oops, spelling it wrong. Better do that one again. I am thankful for. And fill in the blanks. So what are you thankful for? I am thankful I've got a pen that just allowed me to write the words so you could see them. I am thankful right now that I've got a computer in front of me so I can touch the hearts of all these people all over the world. I am grateful that my cat hasn't moved for 3 hours. Is she taxidermy? I was actually thinking the other day, I'm going to do a video and I'm going to call it Real or Taxidermy. And I'm just going to film her to see if she moves. So I'm just going to film her and just see when she moves. See, people have got to watch to the end to see if she moves or not. But what a way to calm down and to disconnect from a world gone mad where we all need to rehash, regroup, and reestablish our own inner strength. Okay? So Love the post-its. Going to incorporate that into my life, Dr. Lynda. When you see this big event going down in the near future, will the internet... What do you think at the beginning? At the beginning of the show, look at what I was talking about. $25 on eBay. It's called a K2 meter. K2 meter. They use these for ghost interactions. Now, if you've still been watching me from 2 hours ago, thank you so much for staying. So let's go into my K2 meter again. Basically, what is this used for? I got mine from Ghost Augustine, which is also where I got that black T-shirt that I sometimes wear. Better be? Okay. So they use it for ghost investigations because it detects EMF, electromagnetic frequencies. Okay? So what emits an EMF is when I turn this on, see it goes up and down, so it's recalibrating itself. And then as I put it through my computer does nothing. A little bit. But when I put it near my phone, so we really don't want to be about 2 foot from our phone. Right? Look at that. You know people that they're on their phone and they talk with it here? Don't ever do that because that's how you get brain tumours, cancer, leukemias. Always put your phone on speakerphone or put ear sockets in and put your earphones in. Do not wear those iPod things in the ears? We want cords, guys, because those little pods or whatever they call them, one is the transmitter of the sound and it goes through your head wirelessly to the other ear set. So what you're doing is you're actually frying your brain like my phone just did. So don't use those. Don't. Get your old-fashioned cord things that go into your ear. So then you plug them in to your phone and listen to your conversations that way, or your music, or whatever you play. Okay. So what is the goodness about this? Wait, there's more. These are really good to walk around your house. I say to people, turn on your microwave and watch this guy spark. Now, it is reading my computer, the intermittent signals coming out of my computer, okay, because it's not me. I haven't got anything on me that's making me go crazy today. I'm not shining because that's where I'm getting to. So these are good for ghost investigations, but they're also good around your house because they find out where you've got electromagnetic pulses. So like where you've got your electricity box on your house, you put this near your box and it just goes crazy. You don't want to be above like the yellow. Seriously, guys, it's danger zones if it goes into orange and red. When you put this near your microwave, as I was saying earlier, that Russia, they've just stopped people having microwaves in their houses because it emits so much EMF and it causes radiation burns, which consists of cancers, leukemias, and brain tumors and stuff. So they've actually stopped everyone now having microwaves in their homes. That's what I'm hearing. If I'm wrong, please let me know. But when you put this near your radiation box, which is your microwave, you look at the movie Twins with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito, and he says, "Oh, I liked nuked food." What? So they knew that back in the 80s. Microwave ovens nuke food. It's microwave technology through nuclear radiation. That's how it burns. Okay? So grab one of these off eBay. They're about $35. But wait, there's more. I proved it this morning by simply going to Google and I read out, does the K2 meter EMF, does an EMF reader detect radioactivity? We're talking nuclear radioactive EMF spikes. And the answer is yes. So if you do want to feel safe in your house, $35 investment off eBay. I've got one. I sweep around my house all the time to see, because it's EMF. So if someone comes into my house and they're putting a little bugger somewhere, this could detect it. And I've also got a couple of little bug things in my house anyway, just in case they bug me. Hello, I don't know what the government would do to me. All right, so let's go down to some stuff now. Okay, let's just go back through some real or tech suburbia to catch live. Vicky Light, yeah, I'm going to film it at one point. I'll just do it live. So when she starts moving, we'll see how long it goes. Live, real or taxidermy? Don't like talking about my cat like that, but I'm serious. She's sitting here in the hallway. She hasn't moved since about 8 o'clock, and it's now after 11. Okay, smash the like button for Lynda. Oh, Canby, you're so sweet. Thank you so much. DJ Lawson, I missed the beginning. Thanks for going over it again. It's all right. It's my pleasure. Is there a parallel universe? If so, we a clone with soul and spirit guide also. Roberto Salchetto. Sorry if I've mispronounced that. How many parallel universes do you think there are? I actually said it's, okay, let's go a little bit deep. Is my soul right now in Lynda, right? Or is Lynda part of my soul? Let's go a little bit deeper. This is what I said to a friend the other day, because she said, oh my God, I just had deja vu. Now, we all know what deja vu is, right? And I said to her, how do we know Lynda and my friend were those characters in a video game, and souls come and inhabit this life to live this life? So when Lynda dies again, see, because I always laugh about it, right? When Lynda dies again, maybe for the last time, and my soul goes to heaven, does another soul get born as Lynda to relive this life again, and then another soul again? So is that why we get deja vu? Because Lynda in this body has this existence been lived more than once with different souls. What a mind flap that one is. Because that would explain deja vu, right? Why we always get that same, oh my God, I've done this again. But we haven't done it again because the life has done it, but the soul is a new soul living it. Crazy. Okay, DJ Larson, I missed the beginning. Yep, Canby, smash the like button. Thank you, guys. Press that like button. Share this video. If you see any of my videos and you think, oh my God, my friend needs to hear that one, send it over. Put it into your groups on Facebook. I would love to get more subscribers, okay? I'm actually trying to get up to 10,000 subscribers before the end of this year. That's where I'd like to be. Okay. Well, we all have goals, right? Astara at Anthony Larkin, were your books sent by mail or are they in PDF form? Okay, Astara, please know, Astara, Lynda kindly emailed them as PDF, easy to read on any mobile device. And if anyone does want PDFs of my books, all you got to do is email me and say, please send over all 4 books. I hit the reply button, I attach the books, and I say, thank you so much for wanting them. Here they are. They are free, but if you do want to pay or help me pay my bills, here's my PayPal link. It's your discretion if you pay. It's not a service and it's not a product. If you buy it through Lulu, you're up for a lot more money because they take their cut. I'm just trying to save you all money, right? Get it from me. It's free. Okay. Every day it's a gunshot. Okay. Yep. Okay. Is there okay, yeah. Do you need a Geiger counter for nuclear radiation? Kristen, don't you need a Geiger counter? Well, guess what? This is, Kristen. I researched it this morning. The first thing I did when I watched this live this morning. Go back, I went to Google and I said, does an EMF detect radiation? It does. So all you got to do is just buy one of these. Look, it's going crazy. Okay, it's not me that's doing it. Look, it goes back to 0, so it's my computer that's now emitting some stuff out of it. Okay, you will get 10,000 this year for sure. So, DJ Larson, thank you so much. Share my link to people. That's the only thing I ask. Dolores Cannon calls them walk-ins. Yes, Anthony Larkin, thank you so much for still being here. And that's true. Okay, DJ Larson sent you an email. Thank you. We appreciate you very much. Thank you so much, DJ Larson. Anthony Larson again, souls walk in, repeat our life we have just led. Absolutely. What is your email address, said Adele? Okay, So, guys, I am about to get off here. I had a day off yesterday, first day off in a long time, over 3 weeks. And today, guess what I'm going to do? I want to go, because now I can actually feel the cool air now from the air conditioner. Because remember, I went out before and turned it on. I'm going to go and have a bubble bath. And while I'm soaking in the Epsom salts and peppermint oil, there's your visual for the day. God, Lynda, I'm such a dick some days. Anyway, but I'm going to go and have a soak. Do a meditation in there, so hopefully I don't fall asleep, because I do that a lot. And then I'm going to get into bed and I'm going to have a sleep this afternoon because my daughter's back in about 5 hours. So my afternoon today is going to be about me being self-appreciative, self-respecting, self-deserving, and most of all, self-loving. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to share this Pentagon video again. This is an eye-opener, guys. Okay? Oh, so there's my email. Okay? I've just shared. All right? So anyone that wants to email me, Adele, there's my email. Here is the Pentagon briefing from 18 years ago, where they say that they want to take away our connection to spirit. That's why I don't see auras anymore, and that's why I don't do aura readings for anyone anymore. I do see auras around everybody naturally, but for the last 2 years, I don't see auras. About 80% of the population's now lost their auras. Work it out for yourselves why that's happening. But I don't disrespect people for the decisions they made. You know, it's not like I just go up to people and say, you don't have an aura. I don't do that. I can't do it because I don't judge people. Okay? Alrighty. So thank you for your time. Have a great rest in the evening. Well, it's only 11:30 in the morning for me here. Okay, so yeah. So last of all, guys, I'm going to share my PayPal link. If you've liked today's email, if you want to see more of this, help me upgrade my information, pay my bills so I can afford new glasses. I want to actually get a new laptop so then I can go out and sit in my backyard, do lives out there. I can go and sit in my lounge room, do lives out there. I love my phone, so I'm going to start doing more stuff on there as well. But I do need a laptop so then I can sit in bed and start writing my books as well. I've still got about 5 books to write. I'll tell you what they are. Angels Explained, how they work through us, all the synchronicities, etc. I've got Auras Explained, what they are, how we use them, why they change colours, what all the colours mean. Okay, so that's all going to be in there. They want me to do Crystals Explained, all the stories about crazy crystals that have talked to me over the years, and they tell me what they do. So this is from their perspective, Crystals Explained. They want me to do, so that's 3. I've got to do Consciousness Explained. They want me to do Love and Hate Explained, why I hate the word hate. Funny how I don't like saying the word, but there it is twice in the title. So love and hate, how we love. What is love? What is love? Then the last one they want me to do is sabotages. You know, when I used to do first aid training, we used to have this Glade plug-in thing up on the wall. And I shouldn't have said the name. Oops. Because they could sue me for defamation if I'm wrong. But this is just in my personal opinion, right? We had this Glade plug-in thing up on the wall. It was a white box. And every half a minute, it would go, and this big mist would come out that smelled like flowers. And this lady came up to me and said, "Oh, this place smells so nice because of the flowers coming out of the box." And I said, "Darling, that's not flowers coming out of that box. It's actually chemicals made to smell like flowers. And if you breathe that in, you've got a good chance of getting lung cancer." And that's why I stand here, because I can't take that off the wall because this isn't my room. I'm just here for the day doing the training. So I tell everybody, don't go near those, what do they call them? Sensor. They're scents, like smells. Those smell boxes that you have on walls. Don't be near them when they spray out, because that's all chemicals. We always have this ad here for this thing that you plug into your wall at night, and it kills mosquitoes. So it emits this chemical in the air, so mosquitoes breathe it in and they die. So in our sleep, that's when we breathe heavily and we go into that deep lung breathing process. So imagine breathing in those chemicals that kill mosquitoes all night. And then you wonder why they get cancers. Then we've also got like underarm deodorants. Now this is proven. I've got it in my book. It's called Sabotagers Explain. Whenever you shave your armpits, girls or boys, because I don't judge, whenever you shave your armpits, you should leave that at least 4 hours before you spray all your chemicals in there, because all those pores are open and all those chemicals go into your pores, and that's what causes lumps and anti-immunity type problems that can be the start of cancers and tumours, etc. So Sabotagers Explained goes into all the things that can kill us. And then it also goes into the things that we do that stop us being more spiritual. So when we get sick by all this technology, and, you know, just look at what my phone is doing today with my new Geiger counter. Geiger counter, look at this. Imagine how sick I'm getting from the radiation coming out of this phone. So you wonder why I'm throwing it way over to the end of the table. So now it's come down, like where I am sitting now, I'm back to a good stage, even from my computer, etc. So I want people to learn how not to be just physical healthy, but also mentally healthy, so we all move forward. Because I will go there with my prophecy. She said that 2003, 2004 and 5 are going to be the stockpile food. That's all I'm saying. Get all your medications and stuff that you need now before this starts. You know, they're giving us the signs, you know. Who believes it was a bloody balloon? Come on. Sorry. Come on. It's the biggest joke. It's all programming, conditioning us to start so we're not scared when it all hits, right? So, wow, I've just lost my train of thought there. So I've got a lot of books that I want to write, okay? Stay tuned. So I'm trying to save up to get first thing I've got to do is get new glasses, and then I want to get a laptop, okay? So if you do want to help support my channel with what I do, read my books. I give away my books for free, so please email me. My email's there. My email is also below. Go over, and if you don't want to buy it or donate towards me, go over to the lovely Anthony Larkin, because he has just done a transcript of my book, sent a contribution to your new glasses. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Anthony. Yeah, so guys, please be aware that they are trying to pull us down. And the more we allow them, and it's not so much that we're allowing them, it's that we're allowing external energies to control who we are. The more that we stand up and we say, in my highest good, this is what I represent. I represent integrity. I represent kindness, compassion, love, security. I encourage support and forgiveness in others, because that ultimately is what counts on earth and in heaven, because it's all the emotions. And the more we judge, the more we accuse, the more we sarcastically abuse other people, we have to put them down to make ourselves feel better than them. See how negative that is? And I don't allow that on me. So I went out a few years ago, and I actually bought, on the bequest of Mike Cavalli, he was the one who told me about it, the 925-825-528 tuning fork. I am dyslexic, guys, sorry. It's a 528. And it's on eBay for about $20. This is our body's natural healing frequency. How does that make you feel? So on eBay, you get it in a little packet with your little donger and your tuning fork, and you hit him on the side. And what I love doing, I put it into my water, and then you drink the water. Because water, as Masaru Emoto has told us with all his water experimentations, water is not just our life force. Water actually has its own consciousness. It is a living entity, and it remembers. It holds on to memories. And therefore, if I put this frequency into the water, it remembers that frequency. So when I drink it and it goes down that frequency with the water through my body, it's healing anything wrong with my insides. So $20 on eBay, $35 on eBay. Bring it back here so I'm not getting nuked from my computer today. But we don't have to spend a lot of money to really look after ourselves. You know, if you do want copies of my books, please email me. Okay. Please go and watch Anthony's lovely video where he has just transcribed some of my book. I've given him permission to that, and it's so beautiful. Thank you so much, Anthony. I love you all for being here today, but I am going to get off here now. It's now 11:30 a.m. Brisbane time, Sunday, the 5th of February. 5th of February. It's my birthday in a month. 5th of March is my birthday, and I think I'm here. I think it's a Sunday. Woohoo! How's that going to be in 4 weeks? It's going to be my birthday, and I'm going to be here doing my live. Bring on the good vibes for that one, okay? Woohoo! So, guys, have a great week. Think about you and who you want to be. We never have to rely on anybody else to make us feel whole. We find it within. And then that energy spreads out, and we find those who are also on that same frequency, where they are whole, where they don't need us. They want us purely for the energy we emit. So, guys, that's us for today. Me and her, us. Alrighty, James, love it. I am water. Thank you, James. Roberto, thank you, Lynda. Guys, dang, the feed is really glitchy on my end. Chris, please know I'm trying to get my internet sorted out. That's actually one of the texts that I got this morning. Please let us know if you do need the technician to come tomorrow. 3 hours I was in the shop the other day, and then 3 hours on the phone. I think I need a technician out. So I've got to ring them this afternoon at some point too. Thank you so much, Telstra, for wasting so much time when I like to invest it in you. Have a good week, guys. I love you all. Be safe. Be healthy. Most of all, be in love with yourself. And that's how we emit it to others. And I'll see you all next week. Take care. Bye.